So continuing with our series of potential contenders for an NBA championship and what they need to win a coveted NBA Finals trophy, starting with Dave, the Washington Wizards, what do they need to win an NBA championship?
What the Washington Buzzards need to win a championship is a DeLorean with 1.21 gigawatts of power, which they can get either through plutonium or a freak electric strike. Yes, they need Paul Pierce to be younger. It's as simple as that. They brought this guy in to to hit some big shots and play some defense at the right time, and they just need him to be younger and more clutch. The other guys are there. It's there with Beal and Wall, and the rest of them, Gortat. They need a younger Paul Pierce. I don't think they're going to find a younger Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I don't totally disagree with you. I don't think they can get Paul Pierce. I think I have more lift than Paul Pierce right now. Although still, what's amazing is that guy has games where he gets 10, 11, 12 boards.
Yeah.
But there is no real option for John Wall. Like Bradley Beal is right now a terrific player, but he is not yet a great player. And he can go to the hoop, but he is still mostly a squared up shooter. The Wizards, I read here at the end of the week, are working on a deal with the Timberwolves to try to get Kevin Martin from them. The Mavs also want him. That's a guy who would help Washington a tremendous amount. Even though he's in his 30s, I think he's 32. He can still score. He's over 20 points a game, even though he's missed a lot of time this year. That's what they need. They need somebody for Wall to be able to drive and dish and get the ball to another scorer. You hope that's Pierce, but they knew. Pierce was an emergency fallback when they lost Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, it's not Pierce. So do you think they'll get somebody?
I don't know. It's hard. It's tough to make a trade. I mean, they're up against the luxury tax. They don't have a trade exception. You could do it. You just have to have a team willing to sort of give a player away for an expiring contract, and
they're saving their money for Kevin Durant.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, and you're saving your money for Kevin Durant. And Kevin Martin wouldn't impact that. He'd be around next year, and then you'd have that choice. But a guy like that would unquestionably help them get out of the East, because as good as the Hawks are, you still have to feel like there's a chance to get past them. And the Cavaliers obviously are the biggest threat to the Hawks now, and you still want that opportunity to somehow have the Bulls beat the Cavs, and then you get past the Hawks, and then you want to be the team that loses in 4 to the Warriors. You know?
Right. Well, as I said about the Warriors a second ago, that they seem on the trajectory where they're ready for at least to get to the finals now. The Wizards, I think there still may be one more. This may be the season where it's like, yeah, we somehow sneak into the Eastern Conference Finals kind of thing. Yeah, but they still need one more season.
Huge value in Washington winning 50 games. They need another scorer on that team. They just do. And we saw this week, they lost home and home to Charlotte. They got beat pretty solidly. They made a run in the fourth quarter in Phoenix, and they lost a game to the Hawks. They're in every game. Yeah. They're still, they've lost 4 in a row, and they weren't blown out in any of them. But if they're good, you don't lose home and homes to the Hornets, or whatever their name is now.
The Buzzards and the Hornets.
The East keeps getting stronger too as the season goes on. Teams like the Hawks clicking, obviously the Cavaliers clicking. You look at the Wizards' second team: Andre Miller, Martell Webster, Otto Porter Jr., Chris Humphries, and Kevin Seraphin. It's a young team on their bench. Give them
Did you just say Andre Miller was young?
Well, not Andre Miller specifically, but Otto Porter Jr.
He's 82?
He's 82 years old.
So you factor that, you average that out. You're somewhere in the 40s.
Most guys stop playing in the NBA, Dave, in their 70s.
So he's really pushing it.
Yeah. And Humphries has been great, and Seraphin has been great. But, that Otto Porter you're still waiting.
Sophomore.
Yeah, right. He should be I guess he should be a senior now, or he just... Yeah, he should be a senior.
He's a sophomore year in the NBA.
Yeah, right. But I mean, this guy should still be a senior, and he still looks really skinny. He does not look like he has an NBA body. And Andre Miller looks done. And John Wall needs 13 minutes off a game, and they thought they had that with Miller, and I don't think they do.
What do you think? Do the Washington Wizards have enough, or do they need an extra scorer, or what else might they need? Let us know in the comments right down below.